Sneak peek number 2 of the April update is epic. We get new troop levels, new defense levels, but most importantly, a new pet. And it is awesome with the King and Grand Warden. With the new troop levels, Yeti to level 6. This is going to be really handy for all the attacks that use Yeti bombs or Yetis in the CC. Gonna get a nice little buff. Now we got the E-Titan. I wish there was a few extra hit points in this, but the damage per second is really nice, and you'll see E-Titans used later in this video with the new pet. You got the Ice Golem. Don't see it used much on offense, but I think this will buff it on defense. It should be an extra 0.25 seconds freeze on defense, because defense offense freeze isn't the same. And then lastly, the Flame Flinger. Don't think this needed an upgrade. It's not being used because it doesn't work well with spam, as opposed to it just being bad. All the buildings or defenses getting an upgrade are in this picture here. Is there one building that stands out that probably shouldn't be in the core of the base? Guess we'll find out in the next couple of minutes. Now, we already knew the Clan Castle was getting an upgrade from the sneak peek yesterday. Extra siege machine capacity. Really nice. I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. Doesn't make a huge difference. The hit points might if you're doing fireball attacks. Speaking of hit points mattering, look at this for the Eagle. 300 extra hit points. So do you need now 8 zaps to take down the Eagle? We'll show you in 30 seconds. The damage isn't big. I wish it was an extra 50 damage per second, honestly. The Eagle some of the time is effective, some of the time is not. Now, speaking of big upgrades, 303 extra hit points, but 18 base DPS. That is quite big. That is quite big. You will be noticing this wrecking your heroes a little bit more. No complaints from me there. But let's test out the 2 new defenses, the Eagle and the Monolith. How many Zap Quakes do you need? So for this, there is no Builder Huts anywhere nearby, and we're going to go through it slowly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, 6 Zaps, 1 Quake still gets the Monolith, and 7 Zaps, 1 Quake still gets the Eagle. But that looked kind of close, like the lightning barely got it down. So I put some builder huts nearby, and in both of these cases, you're going to see the builder hit twice. So look at that, I get the 6 zaps down quickly. I believe that builder on the top hits 3 times. The builder on the bottom for the Eagle hits 2 times, and that is enough to repair it. So when it comes to zap quaking now, the Eagle and the Monolith, you have to make sure you quake the builder huts in the area. Otherwise, those buildings will not go down, and you'll be swagging your spells. Then we've got the Builder Hut getting an upgrade. How cool does a red Builder Hut look? I think it looks sick. 15 DPS is not small either. It's a bigger upgrade than the Scattershot technically, although it's not a splash defense. And then the Pet House, 50 extra hit points, but unlocks the Angry Jelly. What is this? At level 1, it's 25 seconds, and the ability is Brainwash. I love that. Its hero targets defenses for a while after deployment. So when you deploy the hero for the first 25 seconds, that's at level 1, the hero will be targeting defensive buildings. So this is quite strategic here, and you can see at max level, gets up to 35 seconds. So what have we got to do now? Obviously, we've got to test it out. Let's test out the jelly in action, but before that, a quick hooked rant. What were they thinking with the colors of these new buildings? Look at the Eagle, Monolith, and Clan Castle. Do not fit the theme at all. Zoom out. Which buildings stand out to you for all the wrong reasons? Yep, definitely these two. What? I don't understand. Normally they're really good at getting a theme, but they definitely failed here. I would love to see that changed in the future, honestly, but I don't know if they've ever really done that before. But back to the jelly. Let's come in with the jelly. I'm going to put the Warden with him to use the invincibility, or the Eternal Tome, sorry, so we can see more of the decisions the King makes here. So we'll pop the Warden ability and have a look at this. So the jelly is targeting the air defense, but the King's targeting the defensive King. So it looks like the jelly will get the King to target defenses, but if there's just normal, if there's like CC troops or heroes there, the King is going to go after that. Now you see the King completely wrecks that all, but now he is back to defenses. He's on the Wizard Tower there, and still really nice value from the King. It was helped that he had the Eternal Tome, but yeah, kind of helps to understand how the jelly works. I foresee 2 ways that the Barbarian King can be used with the jelly. One of them is to go in and snipe key targets really quickly before he goes down. And the second one is to be part of a major kill squad but get rid of some early defenses. So this one, we're going to use the Barbarian King to get rid of the Town Hall. Now, the Town Hall won't be active yet, but when there is a defense next to the Town Hall, like as you'll see in a second, there is a There's an expo next to the town hall. You can use the gauntlet ability to activate the town hall. Now, I get rid of the Grand Warden altar there. That's crucial because that's going to allow my king to path to the core. Because have a look at this, right? There isn't a lot of damage in the area, but there's so many trash buildings that you'd have to funnel. But now, as soon as that air defense goes down, look what the king's going for next. That's right, the ground bow. You can see the jelly, by the way, will not take damage for the first, 35 seconds or however long the ability lasts. It is an air pet. And look at that, the king does get the town hall down. Thankfully, the gauntlet negates so much of the damage, because have a look at this. Remember, if the king dies, he dies. There is no phoenix, and that's what you have to take into account. Yes, the jelly is nice, but is the phoenix better? Another way you can use the jelly with the king is part of a Root Rider Valk smash attack, particularly if you're doing the double overgrowth method. You can see the hero equipment at the bottom. By the way, all hero equipment in today's video is level 18. None that's level 27. That's just unachievable for 90% of players. So we're going to set the funnel here. Valk one side, Root Rider Siege Barracks on the other. Going to spam down the middle and watch this king. Straight from the start, he is going to be targeting defenses, and I kind of like it. You've got all the Valks and the Queen that can deal with all the trash, but a lot of bases at the moment are doing really well at separating your Root Riders from your Valks and King, maybe by funneling the Root Rider, the King and Valks around the edge of the base. But now you're going to have the King in the core with the Root Riders basically no matter what. He's going to be following them. He can also help take down defensive heroes, don't forget that. But just adding more DPS, we have to remember that only a month ago, Root Riders got a damage nerf inside the game. Now, you can tell exactly when the ability ends because the jelly gets targeted by those red bombs, so that was the 35 seconds up there. The jelly does go down shortly after that, but still, it's done its job. Now we've got the king on the top side with the queen. We'll pop his ability, and he'll wreck the top side, and this is pretty wrecked. Now, don't get me wrong, I really do like the Phoenix on the king, and it probably is better, but have a look at this attack here. Phoenix wouldn't have done anything, and there's plenty of attacks, particularly with the double overgrowth method here, where you don't need the Phoenix at all. Now, speaking of the jelly, I thought about potentially doing it on the queen, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. You could use it at the start of the queen charge, and if you'd like to see that, we can do that in a future video, but we didn't want this video to go too long. Don't worry, we're going to show the jelly with the Grand Warden for 2 attacks. By the way, look at the jelly sitting on top of the poison tower. Lol, looks so funny. But we are going to show the jelly with the king, with the Grand Warden for 2 attacks, because I think that is a money combination. But if you'd like to see the jelly with the queen, then we can definitely do that. Obviously, the jelly with the Royal Champion makes no sense because the Royal Champion targets defenses anyway, so the jelly's not going to add anything. Always use the Diggy or the Fox with the Royal Champion. But let's have a look at the Warden and the jelly together. So the jelly can clearly work with the king, but I think the Phoenix provides a bit more flexibility, particularly when your king gets in trouble. But now we're going to try the jelly with the Warden. I think this is going to be awesome because you can speed up your walks, whether you use the fireball like we will in this next attack, or the attack after will do Zap Titans, and you'll see it with the normal hero equipment. And the Warden walks, you save so much time with this. So let's jump in. By the way, worth noting, got 5 siege machines because you can bring 5 siege machines now, which is super duper handy. So with my fireball, I want to get to this ricochet cannon on the bottom side, but look, we got a couple of storages in the way, so it would take a lot of time, and we all know super witches, the enemy of this attack is time. So let's come in with the Warden walk. Now remember, at max level, this jelly gives 35 seconds. So we've got 35 seconds before the Warden starts targeting regular buildings. So I'm going to put a Wizard and Archer behind. They're both raged, so that's super handy. They'll clear through this trash relatively quickly. So we'll switch up to the Siege Barracks here. And look at this, we're 20 seconds in and the Warden's already in quite a forward position. But I'm going to use a Rage on him because I want to make the most of this jelly time. And look at that, we make it. Not sure how that ricochet cannon lived, but alas, here we are. We pull that over. And away we go with the second half of our attack. Notice that the jelly can take damage now. It wasn't able to take damage before in that first 35-second window. So we're going to go straight into this area of the base. It's going to be annoying for our healers at the start. But once this sweeper goes down, we are going to completely wreck the core of this base. Or at least that's the plan. So come in, nice rage spell there. King's on the top side. His job is to get the town hall. We saw him get the town hall with the help of the jelly, but we all know he doesn't need the jelly to take this town hall down, or hopefully we know that. I guess we'll find out in a second. The Monolith is locking onto, it looked like super witches, and we don't want that. Hopefully they spawn those big boys, and there you go. They do. King gets the town hall down. And yeah, I don't think there's much this base can do at this point. We've got the jump through to the back end. I'll use my... Will I use the RC on the top side? No, I think I'll swag my Royal Champion, honestly. Not really sure that we need her. It might be a time thing. I should have done the jump on the bottom side here to get them out of the core. But yeah, this is completely and utterly wrecked. And the biggest weakness is not only fixed by the Rage Gem, but it's also fixed by now the jelly. Just speeds up this attack so much more than before. I will deploy the Royal Champion, but can we all agree, unless time, but I don't even think so, there was no way this base was defending. Completely and utterly wrecked by the power of the jelly with the Warden walk. Now, I didn't see the time left, but if I'm popping that fireball at 35 seconds in, it means you're starting your witches most of the time at about 2 minutes 15 to 2 minutes 20 once the Warden comes over. And that is plenty of time with the Rage Gem, and you'll still have 2 Rage spells as well. Plenty of time to get the job done. I think this is going to make Warden walks even stronger with the Fireball and the Rage Gem. And finally, the jelly. In the past with Zap Titan, particularly on box and diamond bases, you would do anything for your Flameflinger to take down the Town Hall, because the Titans were really good at taking down the rest. But then you started getting bases like this with the Town Hall so deep, protected by air bows, there's an Invis Tower as well there, that your Warden couldn't get that far. But now that we've got the jelly and the Rage Gem, look at how much further we can get with the Warden. So we're going to start the Warden here. Remember, we've got 35 seconds, and within 35 seconds, my Warden's going to deal with the defensive King and this air bow, which is an insane amount of value to help our Flameflinger go and eventually take down the Town Hall. Now, as we've seen before, the Warden, even though it's targeting defenses, will take down something that is targeting it, as in a defensive troop or hero. Let's get the Zap Quake done. Beautiful there. And look at that, just in the nick of time, the Warden does target the air bow. Whilst this is going on, let's start our funnel. Beautiful. Where do I want the King? I'm going to send the King around the base. Even though he's quite valuable, I still I don't need him in the core as much. We're going to use all of our cleanup troops already. That is a terrible move, but we'll make it work. Defensive CC is coming out. Now, you'll notice I'm only bringing one rage spell with this army. You could drop both freezes and bring a second one, but honestly, I'm not sure you need the rages as much. You've got the rage gem already. Just use the freezes on those pesky buildings. Unfortunately, this wall breaker is late. On those pesky defenses, sorry, that are taking down your troops. Look at how long I can save onto this rage spell as well. Now, if you wanted to, what you could do with this army is drop 1 or 2 Titans and bring more Root Riders. But we've already got enough Root Rider stuff on the channel. I figured I bring a genuine Zap Titan here. You've got plenty of wall breakers for this one. And we've got the new level Titans. I mean, we got to test these out, right? And look at the Titans. They're not dying. We've still got the Rage Gem in the core there. King's on the top side with ability. The Flameflinger's taken a lot off the Town Hall. Hasn't quite taken it down, but at this stage, I'm not incredibly worried that it won't go down. Just because I've still got so many troops left up. It's taken everything down on the area, and look at this. I think this Town Hall goes down here. Yeah, that's ridiculous. The Town Hall is going to go down, and it's all because of this jelly. It's interesting now. We've had 2 updates in a row with the Fireball, and now the jelly, that are improving Warden walks quite a lot. Let me know what you guys think of think of Warden walks getting progressively more and more powerful. Yeah, this base got wrecked. I mean, no doubt this base was perfect for the army, but there are plenty of bases like this in the meta at the moment. No one's trying to stop Zap Titan. No one's trying to stop Rage Gem Warden walks, and maybe you should take advantage of it. I felt bad that I hadn't shown you all the jelly with the queen, so we're going to finish the video here with something we've never done on the video before: split screen. So on the left side of the screen you'll see the queen charge I do with the jelly, then we're going to do the exact same queen charge with the unicorn on the right side of the screen, and we'll compare the two, see which is better in terms of time, spell investment, and just overall how easy it is to control the queen. Now I'll be talking over on the jelly side, because the unicorn side will keep my audio quiet, because I don't think you'll need to hear how I'm doing that. Now, I still am going to funnel behind, because when this jelly ends, I want my queen to be in a good spot. Now, let's see how this goes here. The CC is coming out. But look, this is my big problem. I see the queen just over and over getting in range of damage. Look at the jelly, by the way. It's sniped. Oh, my word. The jelly sniped the multi-inferno. Super handy. Now, I don't know what the jelly's targeting. Is it targeting... What on earth is it doing? It looks so confused. Okay. Well, it looks like the jelly can be targeted now. The Sam gets rid of it. So my queen is targeting normal stuff now. But that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. That was not as bad as I thought it would be. Come on, queen. Get through this. Now, admittedly, this is like my 10th time attempting this, and every single time the queen has been a little too quick to get in range of damage. Now, it is a bit of an adjustment from me, learning how to deal with the damage, but there you go. After 1 minute, this is where we are at. So I wonder, well, I have no idea how the unicorn's going on the other side of the screen. Guess you can make your own determination on which looks better, but I will say, whilst this is a bit of fun, I'm not sure it's that useful, because I've not been able to very easily path my queen in, because the jelly took out buildings that I needed to pull my queen into the core. But that's it for sneak peek number 2. If there's any strategies I didn't show with the jelly that you'd like to see, put them down in the comments below and I'll try them all out, and if it's good enough, we'll make a video out of it. If you want to see all the update notes, it will be in our blog, both in the description and the pinned comment down below. Make sure when the update drops, you have a code in. Ours is Code Blue. We'd love your support. But that's it from us. See you in the next coming days for some awesome update videos.